Hi, I'm Joseph Kateri, and today I'm going to be showing you more games to feed your crippling gaming addiction. Oh, also, ignore the boxes behind me. I'm moving next week, so I kinda need them. And also, yes, I am wearing the same shirt as last video. It's the same day. Alright, so if you're watching this video, you're probably looking into some different VR games, but can't seem to find any that are both entertaining and free. Yes, all of these are free. So over the course of the past year, I played the most popular VR games such as Superhot and got bored. So I looked far and wide for the best VR games on Sidequest and App Lab, and I came up with a list of my personal favorites. Specifically 5 of them. They are in no particular order and are all amazing. But first, you should subscribe. Somehow this statistic went up from 97 and now over 99% of you are not subscribed, which is just a staggering amount. Subscribe now for some of the best weekly VR content you're ever gonna find. Alright, so in this video we're gonna talk about 5 games. There's Attack on Quest, Gorilla Tag, Puzzling Places, Tennis League VR, and a mystery 5th one that I will get into later. Now, both Attack on Quest and Gorilla Tag are action-based games, while Puzzling Places is a puzzle game. That one's kinda obvious. There's Tennis League VR, which I hope you can guess what it is. And the last one, again the mystery one, is actually my favorite, so stay tuned to figure out what it is. Alright, so the first one, Attack on Quest. It's actually just a few developers who were fans of Attack on Titan, and they actually made a fan game about it. In the fan game, you can slay titans while using the ODM gear and fling yourself around. You can swing around just like in the anime and can actually change your levels to match scenes from Attack on Titan. Some examples are you can go to the forest where the first female Titan appears, you can go to Eren's hometown, and you can even go to the castle that Eren's friends take refuge in. You can spawn in Titans such as the female Titan and armored Titan, those are actually new additions, and you can slay them by flying through the air and slicing their napes. Just like the anime. There is even a multiplayer option that was just added. Now, admittedly, there is a kind of high learning curve on the ODM gear, but once you get past that, it is a thoroughly fun game that I enjoyed for hours. Alright, so the next game is Gorilla Tag. This game is a mix between just regular tag and VR chat. You spawn in as a gorilla and can bounce, climb, etc., whatever with your limbs. You basically have to play a game of tag and outmaneuver each other with your skills. You can make lobbies and everyone has their mic on, pretty similar to VR chat. And the entire time I played Gorilla Tag, I just made the face that I used to make in 1st grade. Kind of like this, like, oh, you're it? Oh, that face, you know what I'm talking about, that feeling of just 1st grade in the playground playing tag with your friends. You get that exact same feeling playing this. You genuinely get sent back to those times, before you had to do like grown-up stuff like trigonometry. If you can get over the fact that everyone in the game is like 10 years old, I actually really enjoyed it and I actually made some friends that I added on Discord afterwards. So the 3rd game, again not in order, is Puzzling Places. Alright, so this is easily one of the calmest games I've ever played. You can choose from a bunch of different hyper-realistic scenes from around the globe, and those scenes become like 3D puzzles. I personally chose like this Japanese, I'm not sure if it was a shrine, and I spent probably, the first 20 minutes were rough admittedly, because I was just trying to figure out what could connect to what. But I basically started in a corner and branched out from there, and I genuinely enjoyed it. So you get a few reference pictures to guide you, and you can watch as you slowly build like a truly beautiful scene. It's overall a very calming and wholesome game, and the first time I played it, just to test it out, I accidentally recorded for 2 hours just because of how much I enjoyed it. The time just flew right by. By the way, in the description you can find links to each of these games, and while you're down there, check out my Discord, social media, my equipment, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, Tennis League VR. Good old tennis. So before I installed it, I was actually going to critique this pretty hard, as I used to play tennis. Granted, that was back in 8th grade, and I was awful at it, but I at least knew what the sensation was of hitting a tennis ball with a racket, and this game completely exceeded all of my expectations. It truly made me feel like I was back in 8th grade playing tennis and losing every single round. This game has a few different modes to choose from, such as playing the grand tournament champion. You can play an AI, you can just hit balls against a throwing machine, or you can just practice your aim. All of them were stellar experiences. The ball had ultra realistic physics against the racket, and even the rotation of my wrist affected the direction where the ball was headed, you know, just like real life. And whether you want to learn or are a seasoned veteran at tennis, this game will please anyone who wants a realistic tennis game in virtual reality. I genuinely think this is probably one of the best sports games out there for VR. Alright, the final game, it is Virtuosos. I might be butchering that actually, now that I'm saying it, but it is basically a piano guide in VR. So I got my first keyboard about 2 years ago to learn some video game and anime soundtracks, and I played it for the first month I got it and never touched it again. In fact, it's literally right here. Now, a few months ago, I installed Virtuosos and I learned to play some classics, such as Beethoven, just within a day. So what it basically does is it syncs you up to your piano, and the screen overlays which keys to press and for how long. It utilizes hand tracking beautifully and makes you feel like you're in one of those YouTube tutorials that you see with the notes falling down. Now, admittedly, the song selection is pretty slim, with almost all of them being some form of classical music, but there's a lot of customization you can do, such as increasing note time, making the pace faster or slower, and even adjusting the size of your keyboard or piano that you're using. It is an absolute must-have if you have a VR headset and want to learn piano, or the keyboard. Alright, so by now you should have 5 new and completely free VR games that you can check out. Now, my channel is all about making educational and entertaining VR content, so hit the bell or join my Discord to receive updates on when I upload. And you can find links to my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and even music I used down in the description below. Have a nice day.